Hello, and welcome to the Unnamed Comics Podcast. I'm Alex,
I'm Cisco.
and this week's topic: Superman, Son of Kal-El.
Yeah,
But first,
the weekly poll.
all right, what are we doing?
So this week we're getting Guardian of the Galaxy annual #1
All right,
with the tagline "Infinite" because I think they're gonna be revving up for a new was it the Infinity Stones?
mm-hmm. Right.
Maybe a new Infinity Watch, something along those lines.
Something fun.
Yeah, I know it has to do with Black Cat, which is surprising.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not the character I would expect to be involved in anything cosmic.
Yeah, no, because in the last, trying to get the name
Is
right.
she going to be stealing the Infinity Stones? Is that the deal?
I don't think so because fuck. I'm trying to think of that event. Might have been Secret. No, it's not Secret War. Anyway, like Gamora had killed Thanos
Yeah.
and then like fused everybody.
That wasn't that, or was that the end of one of the Infinity things?
I think Infinity Watch.
My brain, like I know exactly what you're talking about. I
Yeah.
remember the scene.
Like they had Arachknight, which is like Moon Knight plus
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
It was all pretty cool.
Iron Hammer, Tony plus Thor,
Yeah.
and then Captain Strange, which was really weird.
Very strange pick. Very Stephen Strange.
Stephen Strange, yeah, that was his name. That literally that's what's his name.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then at the end of that little escapade, Captain Marvel I think it was the original Captain Marvel. Adam Warlock, that's who did it. He gave he gave the Infinity Stones all a soul. So now it's not just like the soul gem.
Yeah.
They all have souls now.
Yeah.
And they all went off into the universe to do their own thing, basically.
What a psychopath.
Yeah, and like there's like a death row convict who has the time stone,
mm-hmm.
and he's just abusing it.
Well, yeah. To give himself a stay of execution.
No, he used it to get out of jail.
That's crazy.
And then
I would just do the same day over and over again, get my 3 square meals. I would get my last meal
every day.
Every day.
So he's running off with that, and I don't remember where the other stones ended up. I know Adam Warlock. He was like the.
This isn't happening right now. This is like
no, this is happening right now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like I said, before the podcast started, the Infinite tagline for Marvel Comics and their major runs shows where the stone is, each respective stone.
Okay.
And the last one I read, the time stone was with the convict.
So why is Black Cat involved? Is she going to steal the time stone?
I haven't read her issues. I think they're on their 11th to 12th issue.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I think I've seen the cover for. I believe it's the middle of August is when the next one comes out for her. I think it's monthly. She has the gauntlet.
Yeah.
So like I have to like catch up on Black Cat and then the Infinite taglines.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm interested to see where it goes.
Yeah. Sounds cool.
What are you looking forward towards this week?
I mean, you just told me that Batman 89 is coming, right?
Yeah, that's in 2 weeks. Yeah.
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, this week I'm not like super. I mean, there's a new Batman issue coming out. I like Batman.
Yeah.
But in terms of like DC other stuff, I'm kind of like, okay, the Justice League Infinity stuff is good, but like also, I don't know if the art style has translated well. The comics. I mean,
for me it has.
It looks just like the cartoon.
Yeah.
But without like
the movement.
Yeah. It's a little weird. I think I'll get used to it.
Yeah.
But I'm getting there.
Yeah. And then we're getting Justice League number 66.
Yeah.
3 short of a nice.
I need to catch up on Justice League because I read this is the run of Justice League all the way through the Doom War stuff, so I can get into Dark Knight's Death Metal, right? But when the next issue, right after the lead into Death Metal, was like not connected,
Yeah, it was just a random issue.
which was very weird to me. I
Yeah.
don't know why they did that. Really,
I think it was like more of like a placeholder. So
yeah.
that way they can like get everything.
No, I understand like why they did a like.
But it was like
It just
it was a random
it was
story.
so random. It was like why. After all this really exciting shit happening, like your next issue is like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel like in cases like that, it'll be good to like take that week to just not put anything out.
Yeah.
If you're
Or
gonna back
just
stuff.
like, put out like a story that's going to tie in focusing on other characters.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Justice League is a huge roster.
Yeah.
If it wants to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like they could have focused on like some of the other like characters that were left on Earth
Yeah.
after that. Like you didn't have to focus on the main 8.
Yeah, I mean, like, but some of the tie-ins did that.
Yeah. Well, the tie-ins did, but like that actually like the couple issues after like that one,
Mhm.
like the one where they go through the door and then it immediately continues into death metal.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, there was
it
nothing.
was like it was I stopped reading for a bit, but I gotta get caught up.
We're also getting Immortal Hulk
Ooh,
this week, issue number 49,
yeah,
and I love this iteration of the Hulk.
I gotta read it.
Yeah, it's
I say this every week. I gotta read stuff, but then I look at my fucking
your pile of things you
fucking
haven't
pile.
read.
I've read a lot. I've read most of these, to be fair, but like, and we're gonna be talking about both of these because I think that they're very close.
And then we're also getting, something that I'm not too excited about.
Well,
We're getting Avengers issue number 47, which is like World War She-Hulk.
wow.
It's like I think we talked about it last week with the Clone Saga for Spider-Man.
It's one of those things where it's like you're the rehashing too
Yeah,
much.
because like the original World War Hulk in like 2009, 2010 was amazing.
Yeah.
And then they did it again in like 2016, 2017 with Totally Awesome Hulk.
Yeah.
Which it was like that same cover of like the Hulk with his hands smashing the earth, whatever. Like there was no need for any of this.
Mm-hmm.
They also fucked up that character a
The
lot.
Hulk.
The Totally Awesome Hulk.
Mm.
That tagline didn't roll. I hated that Hulk. Yeah.
He's tall.
Tall.
Totally awesome Hulk.
And like now he's not a Hulk anymore, but he still is.
What the fuck does that mean?
Like he's with
Does it mean he's
the
not a Hulk?
champions. Like he doesn't Hulk out anymore. Like he like you.
Is it Bruce Banner or
No,
is
it's
it
Amadeus Cho.
Amadeus Cho?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he.
So he's not Hulk anymore.
No.
That's psychotic.
Yeah,
Why?
but he goes by Braun now.
Is he just kind of strong?
He's just kind of strong now. And he's like just kind of green now.
But he doesn't eat people.
No.
Okay.
No, he does not eat people.
Does not eat people.
No.
Just to be clear, he doesn't eat people, which makes him less cool. I'm all about the cannibalistic Hulk. That's Hulk.
Yeah, and then they're just rehashing it with She-Hulk, which like
easy.
You don't need to do this to She-Hulk to make her interesting or
Yeah.
more interesting.
Well, they need to get She-Hulk like revved up because all that She-Hulk news is coming out.
Yeah, with the TV show and everything. Yeah, but like still though, like they had a good.
They need a bigger event.
With after. But during when they had that whole Inhuman who could see the future, Secret Empire.
Yeah. Where he
like,
thought that Spider-Man was gonna kill.
Yeah. But like in that first issue where Captain Marvel, She-Hulk, War Machine, they all go to get Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
War Machine dies, and then She-Hulk is like comatose for the entire arc. I think she is.
Yeah.
And then after that, she's suffering from PTSD as when she transforms into the Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's no longer solid green.
Kind of like what Hulk does in Infinity War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't go all solid green. She goes gray with like gamma irradiated scars around her from her fight with Thanos.
Sure.
And like the Hulk, because when she hulked out, she was still Jennifer Walters.
Yeah.
Now it's a split personality.
That's weird. Why make her more like the Hulk?
But like, it made sense.
It made sense
with
for
the
the comic.
story.
I understand, like, but like from a publishing initiative kind of deal.
Yeah.
It feels like She-Hulk's a very popular character.
Mm-hmm.
Like already, like you know,
Man, you don't have to do that.
You know what she looks like. You know who she is, even if you're like a pretty like mild comic fan.
Mm-hmm.
You know who these characters
And
are.
it's the Hulk's cousin.
Yeah,
but she keeps all her mental faculties.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's no split personalities.
Yeah. It's not overly complicated.
Yeah, and I think I'm using the term wrong. It might not be split personalities. It might just be like a fractured mind.
Yeah.
From that fight.
I mean, they're like separate people. Like I mean, well, not
not hers.
She is. She might just be like fucked up.
Yeah, and then like that continued throughout the run of Savage She-Hulk in like 2018.
Yeah,
and it continued when she joined the Avengers.
I love these alliterative like titles. Like,
but then they kind of dropped it somewhere in the middle of the Avengers. I don't know where they dropped it, but they dropped it. I think they dropped it before War of the Realms. And then now she was in a relationship with Thor. Like, he's the king of Asgard now, and they also dropped that.
Yeah.
Or they haven't brought it up again. But now she's captured by the Russians, and they're like currently torturing her in the Red Room.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I might have to read this.
Yeah, because like it's also fucking weird because now Dracula owns part of Russia.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Does Dracula ride a horse majestically with his shirt off?
No,
he doesn't own Russia then, but
it's
a prerequisite.
Yeah, the vampires the vampires own Chernobyl. That's where their city is, Chernobyl.
Not in Russia.
Where's it at?
Ukraine.
The Ukraine? That's the Russia own Ukraine.
Oh. We're not going to endorse Russia owning Ukraine on this podcast.
But yeah, no, they run Chernobyl.
Cool.
Yeah, my bad, I misspoke. I thought it was Russia. Yeah, no. And then Blade is also kind of going on a rant now because like Blade is also sheriff of this town.
It's good. I'm interested.
Yeah, Blade is the sheriff of Vampire Town.
Tracks. It's kind of fucking insane, but that tracks.
Yeah, but yeah, that's where Savage She-Hulk is in the Avengers storyline.
Okay. Is there anything else we're looking forward to? This week's kind of light.
This week's slow. Yeah,
it's a little slow. I think this past week was like really big. They're setting up a lot of stuff. DC setting up a lot of stuff. I think Marvel was also like had quite a few releases.
Yeah, then this week has more Marvel.
Yeah.
But next week is more of a bigger week for both.
Yeah.
Because a lot of their bigger issues are out next week.
I am excited for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we can move on to our main topic.
Yeah. Superman.
Fucking Superman. Fucking Jonathan Kent as Superman.
Yep, he is officially the new Superman of Metropolis.
I just realized that I have my green screen on. My filters. Oh my god. How weird could that have looked? Yeah, he's Superman.
Yeah, and like, I love the retro cover.
The cover, I was talking to Ian about this. This is like one of the coolest covers I've ever seen. And I was like thinking about getting one of the variants as well, but like I couldn't look at it.
Like that is very classic Superman cover.
Yeah.
Like that brings me back to Action Comics, like the first few issues.
Yeah, you've like when you see it, it's Action Comics #1.
Yeah.
Like right there. And they say like all in full color.
Yep, 22 pages of action, the beginning story.
Which is not like a selling point in the 21st century.
Yeah, no. It's like this isn't a new thing.
But
even right here, the tagline, the beginning story of the daring exploits of the 21st century Superman.
It's great. Like I'm so fucking happy with it.
Yeah, it is a very good introduction to what we'll be seeing for Jonathan.
Yeah, it's a great first issue. It does everything that you want a first issue to do. It
Mhm.
establishes the character in a way that we weren't expecting.
Yeah.
It's his history's been rewritten a little bit
Yeah.
because I guess, and we wouldn't have known this because Superman Reborn would have changed everything.
Mhm.
But it's one of those things where Superman Reborn still has lasting consequences that we did not understand because this is his history is that he was born on a day where Earth was getting invaded,
No,
attempted
attempted.
invaded. And Superman was like out there, and everyone's like, all the Justice League is like telling everybody's like, "You're not supposed
Hey,
to be here. Get the fuck
out
out."
of here! But there's an alien invasion, an attempted
I've seen worse.
alien invasion.
Like, and it starts with his birth,
Yeah.
like in the Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah. Whereas before Jonathan Kent was born on Flashpoint's Gotham during Convergence
Yeah.
after Kal-El from the Flashpoint series kidnapped Lois Lane,
It's insane.
and Thomas Wayne couldn't deliver the baby because he was too much of a bitch.
Yeah.
And then, Clark read the books.
So good.
Yeah.
I love it when he does that.
And then he helped them give birth.
Like, where's the nearest library?
But in this one, what I really enjoyed was, they had Green Lantern and Martian Manhunter in space dealing with the shit.
Yeah.
But then they have Batman outside standing guard, which is like
It's kind of wild. And Superman's like shocked that he's there.
he's like, "What are you doing, standing guard?" Like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And he's kind of like, this like kid's very important.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he understands it because
It's Superman's son.
and Batman's been running some tests,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, something that's been said. This is a Tom Taylor invention, even from Deceased.
Yeah,
He said this where
because
unique physiology
he's
is
half
gonna make him
human, half
stronger
Kryptonian. Yep.
than Superman, much like in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With
convenient shit.
Gohan,
With Gohan, it's like it's the same idea.
which never went anywhere.
Yeah, well, it did, and
It
then they
Yeah,
should have ended after the Cell Saga, but whatever.
it's gotten a lot better.
It has. I really enjoy it.
But and then his birth ends with Batman and Wonder Woman outside with what Alex was just saying. Was like, yeah, he might be greater than Clark. And then Wonder Woman was like,
up.
what the fuck are you doing when he tested on an unborn baby?
With your reputation, Bruce, really?
Yeah.
Like,
But then she kind of jumps on the bandwagon where she's like, of course it's gonna be a greater person than Clark because it's gonna be with Clark's sense of justice,
yeah,
and then Lois Lane's sense of determination.
that he will have the compassion of Superman and the fierce commitment of Lois Lane. He could be anything.
Yep.
And it's just like this great moment, and we see it right away because it starts off with a California wildfire.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, man, these fires happen every year. And it's like, just a fair warning, this shit gets kind of real.
Yeah.
It gets pretty like modern times, like we're all kind of fucked and we all know it, kind of real.
Yeah, where it's like, it's more talking to the real world, where it's like, shit's fucked. We have to like work to make things better.
He's definitely like this comic shows that he's definitely like a Superman for the 21st century.
Yeah.
Like this tagline is very accurate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he comes into the wildfire, starts to kind of put it out a little bit, and then he sees the cause, which is a meta.
Yeah.
Who's like, it's like fire is just coming out of his body to his heartbeat.
Yeah, he's getting the more stressed he gets, the
more fire.
The more fire he's putting out, and instead of like going in and like
punching him
or moving
whatever,
him,
he kind of just walks into the fire. And he's like, "Hey, don't worry about me. You can't hurt me.
Yeah.
Calm down. I see that the fire's coming with your anxiety and your fear. The fire's around you.
Just close your eyes, breathe.
Yeah, breathe. Just."
He takes him down a notch. Like,
he takes him down and then, calms him down, and the fire stops.
Yeah.
Well, at least the fire coming out of him
The
stops.
fire coming out of him stops, and then the, like, army comes in. The army's been shooting at him.
Yeah.
The whole time.
And, like the bullets were melting before they actually got
One
to
of the
him.
cool things was they were about to like
Drop a missile.
yeah drop a missile, and Jonathan just goes nope, and then he
And they
snaps it
snapped
in
it in
half,
half.
and he's like, I'm gonna go talk to him. Like, another thing I noticed is his cape burnt.
Yeah.
Like, which I was kind of like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's just because like I know his dad's cape is from Krypton.
Well, yeah, but like I would have expected that
I
maybe
mean, maybe,
he
but
he's also lived in the future.
I mean, listen, fire and clothes don't meet well in the 31st century either.
Yeah, I'm just like it's just something I noticed.
It's a weird continuity
It's a weird thing,
quirk. I won't say error because I don't know yet.
but he also has like okay. Look, before we go any further, what do you think about his suit design?
I love it.
I really like it. I like he has like this black, kind of body armor stuff going on the sides, like on his arms.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
I
on the
thought,
inside of his arms.
that just a great look.
Mm-hmm.
You know, more modern like Superman.
Yeah.
It's not tights.
And
It's a suit.
for me. I'm enjoying it a lot more because it reminds me of the New 52 Superman suit.
Yeah, it is very reminiscent. Where it was like a bit. All of the new 52 designs, like they're keeping some of them, but it seems like they're going back to like more pre 52
Yeah.
like era stuff because like the Flash is back in his old like
Yep.
suit. None of this like lightning like
Mhm.
going all over, just like a clean red, which personally like I'm pretty hyped for. Like I was really hyped when the suit changed originally, but now I'm kind of like
Yeah, just
happy to
just
see
like
it
the
back.
red and silver.
Yeah, I'm happy to see it back. I'm kind of like, we'll see. I'm okay with them changing things every couple of years. But yeah, he goes to leave, and then the army like
Knocks the kid out
what's the
with
term?
with the butt of the gun.
But with
Pistol whip.
pistol whip, but it's not a pistol. It's a
No, that he just
There's
hits
a
him
word for
with the
this.
butt of the gun.
yeah, um, yeah, and he knocks him out, and then he
This is where Jonathan is like,
the government fucked up? Did I make a
yeah,
mistake?
did I make a mistake here?
He goes to have a conversation with Damien. Like the way I see it, this is gonna probably happen quite a bit.
With what I really enjoyed about this part, now that we got to this part of the comic, is like it's kind of setting up the new dynamic duo.
Yeah, I loved it. Like so that's why I brought this up earlier when we were like holding up the comics, because I think these are gonna be kind of like sister series.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Where like Damien's really coming into his own in this comic, and you can see that these are the two people that trust each other the most.
Yeah,
And they're better than their parents.
because they're more emotionally adept to handle each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're best friends as children.
Yep.
They're childhood best friends. Like they're not about to
And
not distrust.
is it me, or is there a very clear difference between this
100
Damien
Okay.
and that Damien?
I'm glad you brought that up. This Damien looks like
Older.
Tim Drake.
He looks older.
Yeah. He looks older compared to what he looks like here. I think it's just an art style thing, honestly. But Damien is like,
Like even the suit is different though.
yeah. I actually liked the suit here.
Like that suit isn't bad, but like, that's also still like a 15-year-old suit.
Yeah.
I feel like
I-
I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but that's Damien right here. He doesn't look like a kid anymore.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, that's an art style thing. This art style is very different because if you look at like a kid in this book would not look like this.
True, but I still believe this is an aged up Damien. This is further in the timeline.
I don't think so. Because it's happening at Corto Maltese, which is where he is right now. He's in a tournament right now. It's happening at the same point
Yeah, but I don't know.
as this issue.
I don't know.
Because he's trying to
You
get back
could
to
be
the
very
League
right.
of Lazarus. I remember catching up on it because I was like, oh, is it just going to be like at the same point? Because I just read this, and then I read this.
I mean, you could be very right.
Yeah.
But like the last
I'm
time,
100%.
the last time I saw Jonathan and Damien together,
He looked much smaller.
there was a significant height difference
Yeah.
between the two of them.
I think
And
they just drew it here because it
Them
makes
right
better.
here, they're very similar in height.
Yeah.
The costume's 100% completely changed. There's no cape on it. It's not like the all black and yellow.
Yeah.
It's red and gray here.
I'm telling you, man. Though this
I'm-
is an art style thing because I am 100% sure about the.
I'm holding out that this is an older Damien.
He's talking about the tournament that he's in right now. That's what he's doing here. Anyway, we'll talk a bit about Robin in a second because I think we should. But this conversation is so good because it's so reminiscent of every Batman Superman conversation, but with the added layer of these two are like
Actually friends.
actually best friends. And not to say that Batman and Superman aren't friends, but they.
I mean,
it's different.
are they?
I think so. I think they're two people.
I think they're contemporaries
that can understand each other more than most people.
See, because
I think, who else is Batman's real friend?
that's the thing.
He doesn't really have any.
Yeah.
Superman also, though.
I think
Who does Superman see as an equal?
Superman and Batman are definitely the closest people to each other.
Yeah.
But I still don't think because they had that whole issue with during the wedding of Batman where it's like we're not friends. Like we are at most work buddies.
Yeah.
But that's it.
But that was bullshit.
I mean,
but
in
that issue,
like
we find out that that's bullshit.
Yeah, it's definitely surface level bullshit.
Yeah, if they are best friends as much as two straight guys from their era can be best friends. Yeah, two adult men can be best friends
because
from the 30s.
Because that argument of if Batman and Superman are friends, it's not a phase, Mom. That argument of whether or not they're friends or not has been going on for a little bit. Because I remember
who's arguing about it.
I believe it's Batman Hush was when Superman got taken over by Poison Ivy, and then Batman was already ready with the kryptonite ring, and he's like, "Yeah, deep down, Clark Kent, really great guy. He'll break out of Poison Ivy's control if you throw Lois Lane off of the roof."
It's true.
Me, deep down, I'm not a good person.
Yeah, but
then he just breaks his hand across Superman's chin.
Yeah, Batman's not a good person. That doesn't mean they're not friends. He would hit his best friend. That's the whole point.
Yeah, but it's like
it wouldn't mean anything if they weren't close.
Like they definitely are, out of the members of the Justice League, they are the closest.
Sure. Well,
and besides Batman and Wonder Woman.
Well,
and besides Superman and Wonder Woman.
Well, besides Martian Manhunter and Hot Girl now.
But they also haven't done anything with that.
They got a kid. Well, they had a kid.
They had a kid. Too soon. Too soon?
Yeah.
Which is like, Hot Woman has had kids with a lot of members of the Justice League.
Yeah, they're all very close.
With one iteration of the Justice League or another.
Yeah.
But getting back to Jonathan and Damien, you're right. These two are actually best friends.
Yeah, they're besties.
And with what we saw with the Deceased, they were even closer as Superman and Batman.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm most excited about because that's the characterization of these two that I enjoyed the most.
That we are hoping to see also later on.
Yeah, it's Tom Taylor's writing.
Mm-hmm.
He if that's how he wants to write these characters, I'm more than happy for it.
Because what did he say? He would be an emotionally available Batman.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's hilarious.
It's true. It's great. I thought they had this whole thing where they're talking about what's right. What should I be doing?
Yeah, how can Jonathan be Superman?
What kind of
in
Superman
essence?
does he want to be?
Yeah.
And it comes down to this point. He wants truth, justice, and a better world. Which I thought was a good twist on the old
truth, justice, in the American way.
Yeah. because
Yeah.
it's more honest.
Yeah, it's like a better world.
Yeah.
And it's kind of getting away from like Superman's
As an American-centric hero. Yeah.
and like putting him more as like a global hero,
Yeah,
which is nice
it's who
because
he
it's like
is.
the new Superman.
Yeah.
He should be for the world.
Yeah.
And then Damien touches it again, like Diana did. Was like they didn't bring so much of his father into it.
Yeah.
They brought more of Lois Lane. Like, you're the son of Lois Lane.
Exactly. Like, she literally has been fighting like corruption and shit
Yeah,
for years.
and
I'm sure you can figure it out.
and Jonathan Kent talks about how he doesn't want to make the governments nervous, and that Damien is like, you should make them nervous. Put them on notice that if they don't get their shit together, you will.
Yeah, it's what was his exact line? Because it was really good.
I believe it was on the page.
It was on the page I was on. Where?
Right here. There are some people in this world who can do with being a little nervous.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, yeah,
Yeah, to get their shit together.
it's like, listen, evil motherfuckers should be afraid of you if you're Superman.
Yep. And not have to worry about if they're doing it the legal way.
Yeah.
Because then if they do it the legal way, they don't have to be worried.
Yeah. It's kind of like Superman is one of those characters where if you're doing the right thing, you actually don't have to be afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like it's like that usual thing, but it's true.
Yeah.
That people say, but that's when it's untrue in real life.
Yeah. And it's like, if you do the wrong things the right way, you also don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah.
That's why, like, Lex Luthor always gets out of jail or whatever.
But I think what they were actually going for here is that if you do the wrong things the right way, even Superman's gonna be
this Superman
is gonna make
Jonathan. Yeah, he's gonna be the one to put them on notice.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about going back to Clark. As
Superman. Absolutely. Yeah. Clark as Superman. It's like, and if you did
if you're bureaucratically evil,
is that
he
why you
can't
like
do
the New
anything.
52 Superman?
Because he
kind of like he
didn't do that.
He went more in this direction.
Yeah, he went more in this direction because like the first issue of Action Comics for the New 52 had Superman.
He drops a man off a building.
The mayor of Metropolis.
Was he the mayor?
It was the mayor.
I thought he was just a really
no. It was the mayor.
That's crazy.
He took the mayor, dropped him off the building, caught him, and he's like, "Do fucking better, or else I'm gonna come back and do this again."
That was so crazy. I'm still enjoying New 52 Superman. Going back and reading
it's great.
It was a good choice.
Not all of it, but most of it.
But yeah, it ends with Robin saying it's time for Superman to stop fighting the symptoms. You're powerful enough to be the cure. So we're gonna see a more hands-on, like in terms of like big issues, like systemic shit.
Yeah, which like I also see getting Jonathan into trouble.
Yeah,
with him like going for the root instead of like trimming the hedges to the root.
I have a feeling that this comic is at some point going to get in trouble with the conservative media.
Quite possibly.
I think it's a pretty easy bet. They kept like that fucking. He went straight to Damien after that fire.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I also see this run for Jonathan putting him at odds with his father.
Almost definitely.
Like we haven't seen it yet, or we've only gotten hints of it, like that rebellious stage.
Yeah.
That Damien is currently in, but he's like, "Fuck you, Dad.
I didn't kill Alfred.
Fuck you."
I just watched it happen, and now he talks to me.
Yeah, so I think with this we're gonna see that a little bit with Jonathan.
Yeah.
Maybe not to that extreme, but he's like, "Dad, I know what I'm doing. I don't need a babysitter."
I don't know. I just got so excited, like seeing these two talking in a Superman comic. It's cool to see him as Superman.
Yeah,
it's cool. Like, we were right to be excited about this.
Because one thing you could always say, besides Batman and Superman, when it comes to Superman and any of the Robins, there's always been more of a connection with them.
Yeah.
Especially with Nightwing, because he gets the name Nightwing from
they're close.
Kryptonian myth or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they became Nightwing and Star Fox.
I think it's Star Fox because Star Fox is the Nintendo character.
Firefox.
Firefox is the browser.
Listen.
Here.
I'm doing my best. It had something to do with fire.
Here.
There's
Sec.
Firefox.
We'll use Firefox to find Nightwing. There we go. Here, we'll look at the origin. It'll be Flamebird.
Flamebird. I went
if you
everything.
had said Phoenix, you would have been way closer.
Fire Phoenix.
You wanted like a little animal, like a little little cat-like animal. Yeah.
I see similarities between a cat and an owl.
I mean, sure, they both eat mice.
I think that's where it ends.
That's where it ends. Yeah.
Listen, word association is not my best trait. Clearly.
Yep.
But yeah, and then with Superman and Tim, they had a connection.
Yeah.
Because Tim was best friends with
Connor,
and then he had a connection with Jason, as trying to be like that.
Curve him a little bit.
Like to curve him a little bit.
Like everyone has a connection with Jason.
And then Jason kind of like enhanced that with Bizarro.
Yeah.
Trying to like be that curving.
And now Bizarro is the king of hell.
Yes. Holy shit!
You forgot about that, didn't you?
Yeah.
He killed Trigon. Yeah.
He did.
He did. So what's going on?
I hope they bring that back.
I hope that stays canon.
It means great things for Raven.
Yeah.
And then Superman and Damian, they have a connection because of Jonathan.
Yeah.
Where Damian respects Superman a lot more than his dad.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
which isn't much.
If Injustice is anything to go by. Yeah, but I don't think that's a fair.
New stills for the Injustice animated movie came out, and I'm so happy.
I'm so psyched. I'm. You know what? I think Tom Taylor's written my favorite fucking comics in the past decade.
Because it's like what you said. Either anytime we brought him up,
he knows how to write the character.
He knows how to write the character because he brings out the personality of the character to its truest form.
He keeps them the same, even when the entire world has changed.
Yep.
Which is what you want to see. You want to see your characters in different scenarios
and how they adapt to them.
But you want them to be them.
Yeah.
At the core, you want them to be them.
Yeah, they adapt to it as themselves and not they don't just about face and be like, okay, I'm going to kill everybody.
Yeah.
Like you see that slow progression. Like what we got with the Injustice run.
Yeah.
Where Superman didn't start out with the regime and killing people, whatever. It was 5-year build-up. And then we see the turn of it all.
I would love to have seen a Injustice run with Superman's kid survives kind of, but Lois Lane gets murdered. I would have loved to see a little twist on that.
And him having to deal with being a parent.
Yeah, but with all this going on. It's a baby.
Yeah.
So it's I gotta protect this baby. If anyone comes, I'm gonna fucking. And then, I think he would have gone even darker.
Probably.
I think a lot of people's instinct would be oh, that would probably not made it so Injustice would happen. No, I think it would have.
Yeah, because he still would have still killed Lois Lane. And I would imagine he still kills I would imagine he kills the Joker more violently than just the hand through the chest. I'm talking about Wolverine just rip him in half.
The hand through the chest is so iconic now.
Yeah.
Over the years, it's become
and with Joker still smiling through it.
Yeah. Fuck. But this was so good. It was so fucking good. I texted you about it after reading it. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where it's going.
Yeah.
I'm excited for issue 2, which comes out in 2 weeks.
And it's 2 weeks. It's gonna be fucking
and I'm excited for the conflict that's gonna be coming up.
Yeah.
And I hope to see more Damian in it.
Yeah.
Or we get, instead of Batman, Superman, Batman, we get Superman, Robin.
Yeah, I think that's a fair
because
assessment.
he hasn't taken up the mantle of
He,
Batman.
I don't know where Damien's gonna end up because I don't think he's gonna become Batman. I think he'll become a different hero.
Do you think he's just gonna stick with the Robin moniker?
No, I think eventually, because this is how comics work, they will drop him into a new like thing. It's how Robins work.
Mm.
Except for Tim Drake, who has somehow worked his way back into being Robin again. He's not even going by Red Robin anymore. He
He's
just
going
goes
by
by Robin.
Drake.
No, he's going by
Going by
Robin again.
Robin?
Yeah.
What happened to Drake?
I don't fucking know.
That was really cool.
It was cool. It was like, oh, that's so good. It's like
He's like,
finally.
he's like,
I,
why didn't I think of
here's the thing.
that?
I loved Red Robin. I think Drake is a great name for him. I don't know
It,
why the
it
fuck
is
they.
his name.
Yeah, it's his name. I don't know why they looped back in
To Robin.
to Robin. But whatever. I think it's because like he's a lot of people's favorite Robin.
Mm.
Like in terms of like just he was Robin maybe like the second longest after
Dick?
Dick
Yeah.
because Jason died. But he's Robin again. So I think if anything, uh I think it's mostly because Damien's not around.
Now, does his insignia still has the double R, or is it
No,
just the one R?
it's only had one R for a while.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking weird. Like I'm telling you, it's really weird.
Hmm.
I'm kind of like bummed about it, but we should, because we're talking about the two Super Sons. I think we should talk a little bit about what's going on in the Robin series.
Yep.
Because this is another thing that we were talking about. Like,
Yeah, what we're excited to see.
really excited to see. Like, and they're heavily related.
Yeah.
Because I think again they're going to be a lot of crossover between the two of them.
Um,
The longer that these two series run, the more you're going to see characters from either one coming in.
Yeah, and and then we might be seeing like more characters who were we thought just out of
Continuity.
the continuity.
Yeah.
Like with Connor Hawk.
Yeah. So I'll just speed right through it. Basically, what's happening in Robin is Damien is hunting down the League of Lazarus, which has connections to the League of Shadows and Assassins. Um, he's doing this all without anybody's help because he feels guilty.
Dead.
He feels guilty about Alfred.
Yeah,
and
no one and Bruce hasn't given him that you didn't kill Alfred.
Even during death metal, like
he was still feeling it.
He was still like avoiding Bruce at that like camp, which was, But so he's gone off on his own. There's a tournament to on what is it, Lazarus Island?
Yeah,
I think is that what they're calling
Corto Maltese. Yeah,
in Corto Maltese. There's a tournament. It's people you have to kill everyone else.
But like they don't stay dead; they get brought back at the end of the day.
In the first issue, Damien gets killed.
Yeah, by
She's got like fucking. Sorry.
I was surprised to see Ravager on this island as well.
Yeah. I mean, that's her. I just can't remember what her name is. Anyway,
he call her Baby Shriek.
Baby Shriek. You just made me say that.
Yeah. You ran with it too.
I did. I really did. I trust you. Anyway, he gets killed. He gets brought back. We find out that the tournament's like 3 deaths and you're out. You die.
Yep. And then you could only fight during the tournament and
during the day.
Not on your off hours.
Yeah. It's a daytime tournament only.
Yeah, which obviously is a group of assassins. They don't listen to that.
Yeah.
And they kill
Yeah. But yeah, Connor Hawk is back. For those of you who don't know who Connor Hawk is, he is a Green Arrow's son.
Yeah. And
he didn't exist anymore.
Yeah, because he hasn't been in continuity since pre-52.
Yeah, and he looks like just a fucking...
He looks like Green Arrow when he started.
Yeah, he seems to be like almost an adult, or just an adult.
Yeah.
Which I think it's weird for some of this with all the time displacement. I think Raven might have been aged up.
again, I
Because
do
now
not know.
she's like the Titans Academy stuff.
Yeah, she's like one of the teachers.
Yeah, she's one of the teachers. She seems like she
Mm-hmm.
was like 2 years ago. Um, but yeah, what's happening in Robin is really cool because all throughout he's also reading manga.
Mm-hmm.
He's reading shoujo manga, like really, really cutesy shit, right? And I thought that was like an interesting addition to the character. I was like, okay, that you know what, to me this
It
tracks.
kind of tracks.
It
Yeah.
kind of tracks. Like he, outwardly like really aggressive, like teenage
Inwardly,
boy.
inwardly, like I'm reading all this cute shit.
Yeah, he loves cute shit. Like I
Um,
also love his new fucking um costume.
and then in this issue, he's getting words of advice from his grandfather, Ray Shal
Who
Ghul.
we thought was actually dead,
Yeah,
which is stupid.
it's like Ray Shal Ghul never really
It was
dies.
stupid for us to think that he might have actually been dead.
It is what it is.
Yeah. But he's like super zen. Ra's al Ghul is super zen and he looks dope.
Yeah,
He has
the long hair, the longer
fucking
beard.
Ra's al Ghul has drip.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
he has that really bummy drip.
Yeah.
That's the best way I could describe it. He got that bum drip.
Got that bum drip. He doesn't even look like him. Like that's the crazy thing because like I was like looking at his. There's a scene. Yeah, this scene. I was looking at this and I'm like, he don't even look like him.
No,
He don't look like himself.
because he himself is going through his own journey to recapture the essence of himself.
Yeah, and he's looking at the star because he's a bioterrorist.
Yeah.
Like that's his whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like at his origin, Ra's al Ghul was kind of like a poison ivy kind of character.
And he's gotten away from that a few times.
Yeah, he's long been clouded. Like that's if you ask the average comic book reader who Ra's al Ghul is, they'll be like, he's a leader of assassins. He wants to fight. He wants Batman to take over or to like kill him.
Yeah.
Like it's not. Like
That's not what
you never
Ra's al
think
Ghul
immediately like bioterrorism
Yeah.
when you think Ra's al Ghul.
And like I think that's really good because like this might set up Ra's al Ghul for a comeback later on down the line.
Yeah.
Where he's like, okay, I found myself. I'm back on my bioterrorist shit.
I think it would be interesting if he actually becomes more of a Superman villain for Jonathan Kent. And you see what I mean? Because it's like kind of like right reasons, wrong thing.
Yeah.
Right? And then he had the conflict with Damien and he's close to Damien.
Mm-hmm.
Like that brings them into conflict, and maybe.
I could also see Ra's al Ghul becoming more of a force for good.
Yeah, like I think I could easily see him become like an anti-hero. Like just based off of this characterization of him. Where seems super chill. I thought it was weird. How he was like, oh, so much anger for someone so young, and he's like super sad about it. Like, I thought that was so fucking weird. Because it's like, you did this though.
Yep, him and Talia did that.
Yeah, it's like, you fucked him up.
Like, I think Raish also recognizes he was fucked up.
Yeah.
During all of that.
Sure, it's just weird.
But you know, I'm just excited about this new Ra's al Ghul and the words of advice Damien got from him.
Yeah.
Which is more of like, you know, the kind of take it slow.
Yeah, it's just like very zen. But yeah, no, Ravager's in the comic.
Mm-hmm.
I think you mentioned before.
Like,
she seems to be there for
a different reason
we
other
don't
than the
know
tournament.
yet. Yeah. But in the most recent issue, Damien has been floated away from the island.
Yeah, because he's
saved by Goliath.
Because him and Connor got into it, and Connor won.
Yeah.
And beat the shit out of him.
Because Connor is with the League.
Yeah.
Not the League of Lazarus, but the League of Assassins.
He's with an offshoot.
Is he with the League of Assassins or Shadows?
League of Shadows?
Yeah. But the way this comic ends, very exciting. Because it ends with literally every Robin showing up. Every past Robin showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Which I was really not expecting it. I wasn't expecting Spoiler to show up.
Yeah, I think she's there. Oh wow, you're right.
She's
He only has the one R.
yeah. Well, they're all former Robins. That's why she's there.
I mean, in this one, she was never made a Robin.
And well, actually, she was because Infinite Frontier.
Shit.
Yeah, everything's canon now. We don't even have to have conversations about what's canon anymore.
Everything's canon.
It's kind of convenient that I can just do that now.
Yeah, it kind of fucks me up because I thought I had it right in my head for a long time.
You were like, aha, I'm gonna call him on this. it kind of ruins a bit of the fun of comic book nerds like fucking dunking on each other.
Right. Well,
actually,
it was like, no, actually, it's all canon.
it's all canon. Sorry.
But yeah. I also really love from like all the DC issues coming out, we get this right here.
The questions, the multiversal mysteries to be solved.
Mm-hmm.
Which here, let's read them out. Why have the blue and gold dynamic duo reunited?
Do they need a reason? There we go. Answered.
Exactly. Blue and gold, fucking fantastic. You know what? Let's just talk about recent comics this episode.
I mean that's a good segue. Blue and gold.
Where in the multiverse is Barry Allen?
With Darkseid.
With Darkseid. Why is Amanda Waller targeting young metahumans? Suicide Squad stuff.
I would also, but that's like, I would
There's
also want that answer.
Yeah.
Because I want to know how she got Connor and why no one is looking for him.
Legitimately, I'm very curious. Because you would think that Tim Drake
would be on a manhunt for him.
Also, though, I think that Connor's in touch because in the most recent Batman Urban Legends, it has a story with Tim Drake, which is the story's kind of weird. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Tim Drake as a character. There's just a lot going on, but there's one part where he's talking to Connor on comms. So
you think that might be Connor at the Suicide Squad?
Yeah, I think at this point, yeah. I think everything's happening roughly around the same time now. I don't think we have to like overthink timeline stuff right now because it's all new history.
Yeah, but like it's also like because we got the Future State runs.
Yeah.
With the Suicide Squad, Connor still leads the Suicide Squad.
I know, which is why I'm like, I hope they don't stick with that. That's one of the ones that I hope they don't stick with.
I think they are.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's like, okay, he is Future State. Yeah, we're not doing that anymore.
I would love to see them do something different with Connor Kent. But anyway, what mystery in the multiverse has President Superman uncovered? Which is
what's going on with Infinite Frontier.
Infinite Frontier, fucking amazing. Really fun to read. The most recent one was pretty poggers.
Mm-hmm. They brought back Magog, which I really enjoyed because Kingdom Come, that series, is one of my favorite series to read. Like I actively reread it at least once or twice a year. Yeah,
that's fun.
It's a very I read it for the story and I also read it for the artwork because it's like that pseudo realism.
It's kind of iconic.
Yeah, it's like that pseudo realism where it's like you really see the shading on the people's faces, and the poses are a lot more dynamic than they would be otherwise. And also the artwork for the characters and the updated costumes. Like Superman with the red emblem.
Yeah.
I mean, with the red and black emblem.
I know what you're talking about. It just looks really good.
Batman in like this like handy capable bat suit because he is old as fuck.
I can't remember the last time I heard the words handy cape. But Christ. Number 5, who is the world's greatest fighter? That's coming up in the new Superman run, right? Or the latest Superman comic
with the
stuff.
Yeah, with Warworld.
Yeah.
And that might be referring to that, or it might be referring to this tournament.
Oh yeah, it could be referring to this tournament. I think it's probably referring to the tournament now. Maybe that you said that. Maybe that you said that. Maybe. Anyway. And then finally, is Gotham City big enough for 2 Dark Knights? Which, obviously, talking about the new
Batman. Lucius Fox's
son. Am Batman.
Which we're getting a number 1 in, I think, 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's coming up soon.
It's like Batman or Two Batman, or
Yeah,
I
this is
forget the title.
where the future state timeline and this one is going to divide. I think
Mm-hmm.
because these two are going to meet earlier than they ever will. I don't think they're ever going to put Bruce Wayne in the point that he was in future state. Like
I
not to
am
that extent.
Batman's coming out
Yeah.
the 11th, which they're gonna bring in Lucius Fox's son.
Hell yeah. So 2 weeks. 2 weeks is not this upcoming week, but next one is gonna be so good for comics.
I'm trying to look at the tagline for that comic because now it's actually kind of bothering me.
Yeah. There is a thing going on with Teen Titans Academy and Shazam and all the characters involved in there. The Teen Titans Academy stuff is very fun.
Yeah,
I'm
like
really actually enjoying it. I wasn't sure I was gonna be into it.
I've been passively reading it.
Yeah, same.
Only because like it hasn't gotten that traction outside of the Suicide Squad issue number 4, kind of like
where they
when
fight,
they attack
yeah.
the Titans Academy.
But it has the Red X return thing. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and then like they have like a thing where you can read all the exciting comics at the end, where they list off a couple of upcoming things. But Infinite Frontier so far has been really good. I think, to me, it's a more popular run as of yet, as of now, than like the New 52 and Rebirth. I think it's done better than both of them at like creating new like things that we as comic book readers haven't seen before.
Yeah,
like because like both the New 52 and Rebirth were both kind of like reimaginings
and
in
like
their own way, and like
not
kind of
opening
like
more doors.
calling back.
Yeah,
like this is like a very much forward facing
like
imprint.
the way I saw the New 52, it was like closing a lot of the doors that were open.
Yeah,
and then now they're kind of going back and like taking down the red tape on some of those doors.
Yeah, it's been really good. Been really good. Nightwing has been especially very fun. Because I'm a big fan. Shazam, though, we should talk about Shazam. And let's not just talk about a few comics here because we got through Superman pretty quickly. And
it's the first issue.
It's the first issue, but we had to talk about it. It's really good. I think it's a great episode for us to just dive into a bunch of stuff.
It's firmly on my number 1 recommended.
Yeah, I would,
because it's the new Superman for the 21st century.
I think this is such an easy entry point.
Yeah.
Into comics. If you're not into comics right now, just get Superman #1.
Yeah.
Like, I think do you think eventually they'll just have him like be the Superman like comic?
Yeah, I believe so.
You think so? You think we're gonna get that? You think they're actually gonna give up Clark Kent?
I don't think they'll give up Clark Kent. They'll just move
that
him.
#1 spot though.
So I think
if it's Superman without any like
subtitle, what I think would happen is that they'll keep Clark with Action Comics, and then Superman be Jonathan Kent.
I think that'd be great.
I think that's a good medium ground because you don't drop either, but then you're also still raising Jonathan.
Yeah, because I think Jonathan Kent so far, like great.
Yeah.
But let's talk really quickly about Blue and Gold, #1.
One of my favorite heroes, Booster Gold. Yeah. I enjoy Booster Gold a lot.
The whole Blue and Gold concept to me has always been just pure fun.
Mm-hmm. Because like they're the comedic duo for the DC universe outside of like a few other characters.
They are in continuity in the canon of it. They are like the comedic duo.
Yeah.
Like it's this Booster Gold streams everything.
Yeah. Because he's trying to get ad revenue.
Which I thought was just wild.
I love that they showed like the chat room where it's like just them talking shit.
Yeah, they're like, oh wow, he's gonna die. Are we about to watch the guy die? Hell yeah, get him.
like this also isn't Ted Kord.
Yeah, it is.
Is it Ted Kord?
It's Ted Kord. What are you talking about? Yeah,
it's
not Jaime Reyes. It's Ted Kord. Ted Kord is like over the years he's been
Okay, so that's where I got fucked up.
yeah, that's his father Thomas.
Thomas Cord. There we go. But like this is still like a very. This
It's a
looks like a
young
young Ted Cord.
yeah, they de-aged him. He was in the Suicide Squad stuff for a little while. But yeah, no, I mean look at him. He's that's Ted Cord. Jaime Reyes wears like a whole
Yeah, I thought it was Ted
Tito's-
Cord's son.
oh, that would have been cool. It would have been
It's
weird.
like the new blue and gold.
Would have been weird if Booster interacted with him like this a little bit. Then again, it's
Yeah, you're
Booster,
right.
so you know
He's from the future.
he's from the future. I gotta start reading Justice League again though because this roster,
Shazam.
it's what the roster for Justice League right now is wild. Like,
Yeah, it's
I don't
Hippolyta, Black Adam,
Naomi.
Naomi, Aquaman, Hawk Girl, Martian Manhunter, Batman, Superman.
Yeah,
Right?
Superman's not even like there anymore. Superman's dealing with like
Well, he's still in the Justice League.
he's not like on Earth.
At the moment, he is. He's not anywhere else.
I don't know. Isn't he like Superman has become like more of an interplanetary guy?
That so
Recently.
far hasn't kicked
Hasn't
off
kicked
yet.
off yet.
Like in
In the most recent issue of Superman I was reading, like it seemed like he was just way out of there. So I assumed that that's why he wasn't here to be locked up in this alien spaceship. But yeah, the blue and gold thing has the Justice League captured by aliens on a spaceship above Metropolis, I guess.
and then Ted Cord and Booster, they go to save the Justice League.
Yeah.
They save them, but then they kind of gave all the credit to Blue Beetle.
They're like, hell yeah, we're about to get to the A level. We're gonna elevate the Justice League. Look at all these no-name heroes. Like, who are these people? Fucking Black Adam, and it's like, isn't Black Adam a villain? Like,
Yeah,
I really gotta read Justice League just because the Shazam thing.
he's a very reluctant member of the Justice League.
Yeah.
I would say.
I mean, he's still Black Adam.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna call him Shazam. I can't.
I mean they don't. Nobody calls him Shazam. It was just the one little girl.
It was just the one time.
Yeah,
I'm both relieved and bummed.
it was just the one little girl.
Yeah.
But then they give Blue Beetle an invitation to the Justice League,
Yeah.
and then he's upset because he wants to take it, but he knows it'll kind of break Booster's heart.
Yeah. It's like, hey, we're in. And it's like, oh, awkward.
No Booster Gold, no Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
And then Batman and them are just like, yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah, and they're doing blue and gold again. It's like, we're back. Which is all it was very fun. It was a very fun thing. The aliens though are gonna come and
Fuck
like
them up.
kill them. That's like the
That's like
that's
their
the setup.
arc. Yeah.
That's the final page. It's like their hey, this is what's gonna be going on.
Yep.
I'm gonna say that they stop all the aliens and no one knows it was them.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say that's how this whole
Yeah.
like thing
It's like the
goes.
Justice League. Got it. It's like, no, it was Booster and Gold. Justice League. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see both of them back. I'm excited to see Booster in the limelight again.
Yeah. I think Booster Gold, at least to me, was never more popular than when he was in 52.
Yeah.
Where he was like being that hero with like the mask on,
Mhm.
like where everyone thought it was just Superman.
Yep.
Like
But it was like this little mind fuck because that was like a
Yep.
Booster from the future
yeah.
to interact.
And
with the
Booster was
past.
upset about that hero who was him.
Yeah. And then he got it and he was like,
It
oh.
was so good. Like again, if you haven't read 52, it was fucking great.
Yeah.
It's a good intro into hero stuff too.
And then now we also have Shazam,
Shazam.
which I'm glad they're picking back up again because they dropped Shazam
Yeah.
for a little bit.
I hope they stick with it. I mean, well, it's a 4-issue miniseries.
Yeah, which
It's limited.
because like from what I have with Shazam, they had him in the New 52, which that was really a great run for Shazam. They brought back Black Adam. They brought back the classic hero villains and heroes with Shazam. The Shazam family they brought back with Mary,
Shazam,
Billy.
yeah.
And then Justice League War of Apocalypse. Darkseid War
Yes.
happened, and then he lost all of his powers, and then got new powers from new gods.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the like the strength of Hercules anymore. It wasn't the speed of Mercury.
Yeah.
Whatever. It was like a whole new pantheon of new gods.
Yeah.
From like the apocalypse gods, whatever.
Shazam's been in a state of flux for the past couple.
And then they dropped that, and then never explained it out again.
They didn't have to. The world got rewritten.
It did, but also, what the fuck, guys? Like they wrapped up Superman. Like, yeah, all that black energy that he absorbed and everything, he died. Batman did a lot of fuck shit with the Mobius chair. Green Lantern outright gave up his power.
Yeah.
Very.
There was we've talked about the
Yeah.
end of Darkseid War.
Yeah, but it's like Shazam didn't get his resolution.
Yeah. Shazam stopped being a member of the Justice League. That's what happened. That was his resolution.
And then now
Rebirth came along and it was like, Shazam who? He disappeared.
And now he's enrolled in Titans Academy.
Yeah, I thought interesting choice because it's Billy Batson enrolled in Titans Academy, and no one knows he's Shazam.
Yeah.
At least at the beginning of this issue.
Yeah, and then like he's there to like get control of his powers again.
They're all fucked up. Like he can't seem to rely on the whole Shazam of it all. Like he'll lose his ability to fly, or like his strength, or any number of his abilities. Like
when he says the magic word, sometimes the lightning won't come down.
Yeah, he'll be screaming it and nothing will happen.
Which happens in this issue.
Yeah.
It also sets up a bit of contention between him and Jonathan.
Yeah, that's right. Because Jonathan comes in. There's a whole there's a satellite falling.
And then Billy's like, Shazam! And like he has to say it like a few times.
He shoots off, and then it wears off. Like it wears off after he's flown off into the sky.
And then Jonathan grabs him by the ankle and he's like, hey, don't worry, I got you.
Relax, kid. And he's like, kid, you're younger than me. He's like, not anymore. And then he drops him on the ground. It's so good. And Billy's like horribly embarrassed.
Yeah.
And now everyone also knows his secret.
Yep, because like he went from like one of the big leaguers to basically a no one.
Yeah.
And like whether that be because of continuity or fuck up whatever, or his powers not working.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. It's a whole thing.
And then they reveal that Freddy is like dying.
Yeah, because he doesn't have the
Shazam powers either. Yeah. And like his like cerebral palsy is like kicking his ass really bad.
Yeah.
And then Mary goes up to him and is like, hey, we gotta go visit Freddy. Come on.
And he's like crying. He starts crying. Like it's kind of heartbreaking. I thought it was like
because he was one of the more powerful people on the planet.
Are they gonna fucking kill off Freddy? Like I thought that's like kind of like
maybe
a crazy thing.
Because like with Future State,
I mean it's not, realistically, but in terms of the Shazam family, like in terms of lore, like it's kind of wild.
Yeah, it'll be a good shakeup, man.
Yeah,
good.
Relative to Shazam.
Yeah, relative to the storyboard of Shazam and character development.
Overall universe stuff. It's a kid with cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
Succumbing to shit.
And then he eavesdrops on the main Titans having a meeting about the Rock of Eternity being in hell.
Yeah.
And that being the reason why his powers are going off and on.
Is it hell? Or they used the Underrealm. It's unclear whether the Underrealm is hell as in Trigon is there, or I guess now Bizarro.
I think it's all encompassing but with districts.
Well, DC has a couple different hells.
Because they have the Greek Hades.
Yeah.
They have the Norse hell.
Yeah, they have Christian hell.
Yeah. And then they have this mystical hell that you see in with John Constantine a lot.
Yeah. John Constantine goes to all kinds of hell.
He has deals with all kinds of devils.
It's true. It's fun. We have fun here.
Yeah, and I know the reason why the Rock of Eternity is in this hell, and that's because of fuck. It's like
It's because of fuck.
yes, it's because of an issue of like they brought back the Justice League 3 million.
Uh-huh.
You know, with
Yeah.
like the future,
I remember
like
that.
the
It was
sparkly Wonder Woman.
during the Doom War.
Yeah, and like she's pregnant with Black Adam's kid,
Yep.
and then he does something, but ends up being trapped in the Rock of Eternity that gets transplaced in hell. So there is a future Black Adam in that Rock of Eternity in hell.
Are you telling me that we get to have villain Black Adam and
And hero
hero
Black
Black
Adam.
Adam? We get to have our
I mean-
cake and eat it too.
The older Black Adam isn't a villain.
He's not a villain, but
He's also been in the Rock of
he
Eternity for
could
who
be.
knows how long.
He could
Yeah.
be pretty upset with Billy Madsen. Because who's not? Who's not?
Yeah, that's true. And then like it ends with them going to hell.
Yeah, literally ends with them going to hell.
Because with Future State, we see that Shazam and Billy Batson separate personalities.
Yeah. We also see like Billy's afraid that like one day he'll say Shazam, he'll turn into Shazam
And not
never
turn
turn back because his powers are so wonky. And Dick's like, that's just called growing up, and it's like, Dick, that's kind of fucked up.
Dick,
That's not the. It's not the same.
Dick, move.
It's not the same.
It's not. One is actually growing into adulthood, and then the other is having it forced upon you.
Yeah. It's all fucking crazy. But yeah, and then Infinite Frontier. This past week was pretty great.
Issue number 3.
Yeah, issue number 3. This has been a consistently fun read.
Yeah.
Like every time they introduce like something like Roy Harper wearing a Black Lantern ring is objectively fun.
22. Magog.
Yeah, the Magog stuff is cool. For having President Superman like lead this group of heroes like,
From the multiverse.
From the multiverse, like Justice Incarnate doing stuff. Always very fun. Thomas Wayne is there.
Yeah. He's a nice addition.
Yeah. I thought this whole thing with Flash, like how they're keeping Flash
In into like the
wheel.
Yeah.
Like where it's like
They have him running with an imaginary Jake Garrick.
Yeah, they do the Flash of Two Earths thing here, where it's Jay Garrick and Barry Allen, and they have that old art style, which I thought was like a really nice touch. And then they have a whole thing where Psycho Pirate's talking about, he's like, you were the first, you started everything because you were the first one to
go to the
between
multiverse.
Earths. And it's like, we don't really think about it often, but
Barry did do that.
Barry did do that. Barry did fuck it all up.
Yeah, and then Psycho Pirate is like, yeah, it's always you. It has to end with you.
Barry Allen might as well be like a wrench in the cosmic machine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the purpose his character serves most.
Yeah,
commonly.
and like he either works with the cogs and helps lubricate them or whatever, or he throws a wrench into it.
Yeah,
and causes Flashpoint.
He fucks it up so much. But yeah, the DEO has like this spaceship going on. Like they're kidnapping heroes and stuff, I guess. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, they have
Jade.
Yeah, they have Jade, and they brought back a lot of the Justice Society members, which I'm so happy about because they brought back Atom Smasher,
the new iteration of the Justice Society members.
I mean, yeah, but like
Justice Society like 2.0 members.
But like pre-52, these were also members of the Justice Society.
Yeah, but they're like the younger members. You know what I mean? Like it's not like old Justice Society. This is like Justice Society.
It's not
of this era.
It's not Green Lantern.
It's the ones
Flash.
that you wouldn't expect them to have brought back.
Yeah,
that's why it's
a pleasant surprise. Yeah, because like they brought back Power Girl.
Yeah,
which is like I'm the most out of this lineup.
Power Girl ever not being around? Wasn't she always around?
No. They dropped her in New 52.
She was Earth 2.
Earth 2. They put her in Earth 2.
Yeah, but she came from Earth 2.
Yes.
Yeah, so she was still around.
But then
Did they drop her in Rebirth?
then they threw her again in Earth 2.
Oh, yeah. This is
Yeah,
something.
with Future's End.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
This is it's just a great.
yeah
Tag.
they threw her back into Future's End, and then World's End they threw her back, and then Convergence happened, and she wasn't in Convergence because she was with the spaceships heading to the new Earth.
Mm. Man, I'm just fucking excited for all the stuff that's happening. Like
But
that's
but like
basically like
also,
most of it, right?
which Power Girl is that?
I feel like
Because
it looks to me.
because Earth 2 is there still, and Power Girl is
I
the new
think
Superwoman of that Earth.
hear me out. I think it's probably just like the pre
The pre 52
Yeah.
that's just been lost in time.
Yeah.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah, it feels like it's probably is. Like, I mean, if it's not, it's the amalgamation
Of it all.
of
Yeah.
it all because that's what they're doing.
Everything's canon.
Yeah, everything's canon.
Um
I love everything is canon. It makes so much easier. Like to talk about.
that would be good to see, because I remember a lot of classic story points with the contention between Supergirl and Power Girl.
Yeah.
Pre 52.
Yeah.
New
It's
52
very
New 52, they never came into contact with each other.
Yeah.
And that also
They wouldn't have had any contention really either. What?
Yeah.
Why would they?
Actually, they might have if they did, because the New 52 Supergirl was heavily against clones.
Mhm.
Like, she almost killed that New 52 Superboy.
Yeah.
What's up, Pink Trash? She almost killed that version of Connell,
Yeah.
which
New 52 Superboy.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was he was more of a villain.
Yeah, he was too edgy.
Yeah.
It's
I
like-
did like his suit though.
I prefer like if we're talking Superboy, I prefer like this
The
t-shirt
jeans, the
and
black t-shirt.
the fucking jeans. Like it's just a classic look.
Yeah, but like
It's timeless.
I enjoyed the all black suit with the red inlays.
I mean, it's cool. It's cyber.
Yeah, I think that's
Like
why I
that.
like
That's
it.
your aesthetic. I like after talking to you about like character design for a little bit. I realized that if I were to put lights on anything, like light lines on anything, you're like, oh man, it's so cool.
Have you've read Justice League 3000?
Yeah,
Like that Batman suit,
I know.
fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Because it also has like that really dark suit with the red inlays.
you're easy, man.
I am.
You're so
There's
easy.
nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it.
And I think a lot of that is thanks to Batman Beyond,
Yeah,
because like that was also like the black
yeah.
suit with the giant red symbol. And Batman Beyond,
I want more. That's what I'm missing right now.
Batman Beyond,
Batman. Is that is that
it's
run
done.
right now?
It's done.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it finished up I think before COVID, 2 years ago.
Fuck me.
Oof. Yeah. Or I don't know. Batman Beyond was really weird, where it went from like almost weekly to monthly to almost every 3 months.
A lot of things went monthly, like over the past couple of years, because I think they just want to give writers more time.
Yeah, or like they dropped in popularity or
Yeah.
something.
I prefer
Um,
like I prefer a every 2 weeks, like something comes out,
Mhm.
than every week something comes out.
Because it gives you like that buffer time.
It gives you time, and I know that it gives like the writer and the artist time
Mhm.
to like work it out and make sure that it's good.
Yeah.
So we don't get weird grammar fuck ups. I haven't found many lately. I used to find them all the time.
I'm trying to think like what
Is
else.
there any other like series that we should talk about? I mean,
No.
The Flash right now is really great.
I haven't read the newest issue.
You gotta. There's some Mick Rory is back. He has cancer.
Oh damn. I know this past week, I don't know why, I reread Spider-Man.
Yeah. Which Spider-Man?
Spider-Man 2016,
Oh,
where again he suit has like a green neon.
I get it.
Because like he gets more of like a Tony Stark Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
But it's like more flexible and more utility wise tailored to Spider-Man.
Okay.
And then like he gets the spider car again.
Okay, I'll say it. The spider car is stupid.
It is
It's
100%.
so stupid. It's like the Flash mobile.
Yeah,
It's
fucking
so
stupid.
dumb. Wait,
But
I need to look up a picture of the Flash mobile. Like,
but he had it, and him and Human Torch built it together.
okay, I'm looking up spider. Ah, damn it! I'm getting Ferrari spider.
Spider Buggy.
I'm just gonna say Spider-Man car.
Those are children's.
There we
toys.
go. There he is.
I just type in comic.
This is it.
Yeah, Lightning
There's
McQueen.
Superman's car.
The pink Lightning McQueen.
So dumb. Right.
Yeah, that's the new one.
I fucking read this.
The Spider Mobile.
I forgot, but I started reading this.
Because this is when he had Prowler also be Spider Man,
Yeah.
and then he bought the Baxter Building. Like Peter Parker was rich for a hot second.
Yeah, wasn't this like right before he was no longer Spider, or it was right after? It was either right before Superior Spider-Man or right
It was after Superior Spider Man.
That's why I remember it, because I was like,
Doctor Octopus built Parker Industries,
and
and then Peter fucked it up.
yeah,
It's like, you know,
classic.
he shouldn't be in charge of anything.
No, he shouldn't. He's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Honestly, it'd be great if he just like, let Doctor Octopus like run shit.
I remember why I was thinking about this because Life Story. There's a new Marvel run where it's happened with a few of the heroes. It's happened with Captain America. It's happened with Spider-Man, and it's happening currently with the Fantastic Four. It's called Life Story, and like they have like Life Story Blue, Life Story. Spider-Man had a Life Story Vietnam, where it's like they take them.
Spider-Man in Vietnam.
They take them with the every 10 years. So every issue is like, let's say it starts in the 60s. That first issue is them in the 60s. The next issue is them in the 70s.
Oh, that's kind of.
And then the next issue is them in the 80s. And then Spider-Man did that up to the 2000s, where it's like a much older Peter, and then him with Miles, who's gonna be the new Spider-Man.
That's cool. You see, I love when like publishers do that.
And then they had, I believe they had Captain America's one. It's like if he got thawed out in the 60s, like canonically when he was thawed out. And then him kind of going crazy because America gets into the Vietnam War. And then he's 100% against the Vietnam War.
He's like a lot of Americans.
And then he fights for the Viet Cong. Yeah, and then the last, and like that, it makes the Vietnam War go longer than what it did.
Well, yeah. Does he lose?
No,
of course.
I don't remember how.
Are you telling me that Vietnam beats America in the Vietnam War?
I think Vietnam becomes a full state,
like a superpower.
No, like it becomes like the 51st state.
It becomes America.
Yeah.
Oh, why?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
I'm gonna have to read that. That sounds interesting as hell.
But Captain America goes crazy, and then the last thing that they hear, anyone hears about Captain America, is that he's in the fucking forest in Vietnam somewhere.
Yeah.
And then currently, right now, they just had the second issue for Fantastic Four Life Story. The third issue is coming out next week. And it's like the same origin of the Fantastic Four. The only person who was excluded was Doom, but he's in the second issue. And then Reed is currently, he starts losing his mind.
What else is new?
Because when he gets his powers and when he tries to go fix Ben Grimm, he sees visions of Galactus.
Oh.
Yeah. And then everybody thinks he's fucking crazy. Like, you shut the fuck up, Reed. There isn't no world entity.
Two things can be true.
No.
They can be crazy and see Galactus.
No. Everyone just thinks he's crazy. To, like, his wife, who leaves him.
For Ben Grimm?
No, for Namor. Like she full on.
That's right. I forgot that she dated Namor.
Yeah, she dated Namor.
There was a whole thing.
Yeah. So in life story, she leaves Reed Richards, divorces him, and everything for Namor.
Good for her. Reed
Um,
Richards is kind of a douche.
he is when it comes to his marriage.
In a lot of ways, yeah. Yeah.
Number one being the Council of Reeds.
Like,
Um,
okay. Big brain
yeah,
here.
big brain.
Okay. You gotta talk to yourself.
But yeah, and then like one of the people who's like really against Reed tries to kill him in the negative zone. But then, because like they're in the space between the worlds or whatever, they both see Galactus, and Galactus sees them.
What the fuck?
No idea. Comics. But yeah, Galactus sees the both of them, and then the scientist dude has a panic attack. He's like, "Holy shit, you were right!" And then Reed comes back to Earth. Holy shit, I was right. And then he's going crazy, preparing for Galactus's arrival.
That's so silly. Oh my god!
Read it.
I'm gonna read it now. I know we talk about a lot of stuff. I'm like, oh, that sounds fun. This sounds like very interesting.
Because
as a concept, it sounds very fun.
It's very much
self-contained.
It's also very much like putting these heroes in like real life.
Maybe I'll get it when it's out as trade, just to make it easier. Yeah, because it sounds like it would be a nice book to just have.
Yeah, I think the Spider-Man one is out for trade.
Yeah.
And I think the Captain America one is out as well. But I could also be mistaken about the Captain American one. It could be wrapped up with the Spider-Man one.
Sure. All right. Well, anything else or?
No.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, this week was a slow week for comics.
Yeah, a bit of a slow week for comics. Well, next week is a slow week for comics.
Yeah.
This past week was like
big, but like also like very condensed big with Superman.
Yeah, there was a big Superman thing. I'll tell you this: when I went to the store, there were like plenty of issues on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't like I was concerned I would get one.
Yeah.
You know, so I asked them. Like I did go fairly early in their opening, but like. It didn't seem like people were like going crazy over it.
No. He's like,
I hope it picks up steam.
It's new Superman for the time.
Yeah.
A lot of people might not be excited about it like
me
and you are.
Also, they might not be reading it physical copy.
Yeah. They could be buying it digitally.
Yeah.
I hope they are.
Yeah.
If they're interested in it at all.
I hope people buy it so it keeps getting made because I mean, it's fucking Tom Taylor shill. I should get a shirt that says Tom Taylor shill.
I'll have it made for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll wear it.
Yeah, I know you will.
You know I will.
I would hope you'd wear it.
I would wear it every episode.
Yeah, and then you could get me a neon shill.
Yeah. Namor. Namor's wife is the shirt I'm gonna get you.
It makes it sound like I'm Namor's wife.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Which, like, no. I can't be Namor's husband?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. It's Namor. It's up to Namor.
I guess that would be up to Namor.
He's fucking king of the sea.
He's also a bitch, though.
Yeah. I mean, he's an aqua-based character.
Yeah.
Water-based characters don't do well.
No. Aquaman's done much better than
recently.
Namor.
Yeah, Aquaman. I actually have some interest in Aquaman now, which is a very it's a staggering feat.
I mean, for Aquaman,
for a character that I had zero interest in for like the decades, I'm now
like
kind of interested.
Like the best run for Aquaman again, and we should get me a shirt that says New 52 show.
That'd be great.
The Aquaman New 52 run.
Superman's little baby.
I would like that. Get like a Superman rattle.
Yeah. A binky.
Yeah.
Super binky.
I would have it. I would have it like on a chain.
That would.
Like I wouldn't have it in my mouth the entire time.
Yeah.
I mean, all the time.
Then you would go to a rave afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything goes neon.
just gonna get you a shirt that just has a bunch of like random
This is a gross shirt.
fucking lines. And you're gonna be like, oh my god, it's the best thing I've ever seen.
I'm not wearing it in public though.
I feel so cool.
I feel so
cool. My shirt.
Guys. Turns off light. It glows in the dark.
Dude, I'm not even joking. No cap.
Can you make the line symmetrical at least?
Oh no, they're gonna be like exactly where you expect them to be.
Okay, thank you.
It's gonna be complete bullshit for me.
Because like, for character creations in games, I spend like 3 hours making sure everything is symmetrical.
I'm gonna get the Puerto Rican bird, whatever the bird is for Puerto Rico. I'm gonna stick it on the center as like a chest thing.
That's my insignia.
Yeah, that's your insignia.
Can it be the flower?
It'll be on fire.
Can it be the flower of Puerto Rico?
It'll be on fire, so you know flame bird. So you can remember.
Firefox.
Firefox. Yeah. Anyway, this was the Unnamed Comics podcast. I will have this up on Monday on YouTube, where you can check it out. The link is down below. Go give us a subscribe maybe over there if you want to, see more of our shit. Yeah. Maybe at some point we'll do some edited videos.
Yeah.
Just for
and once again, fuck the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah, fuck the Ultimate Universe. Yeah. All right. Bye.